morning, Quadcopter 101 here. And before we get started, I'd like to give today's shout out to PQ Rowe. He was first to say first in one of my recent videos and thus wins this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of a helicopter. Normally I don't do these. In fact, I don't remember the last time I did a helicopter review, but we're going to do one. Why am I interested in this one? This one is pretty cool for what you're getting for the price, okay? This is a 4-channel helicopter, stabilized helicopter with alloy construction, okay? And it's available in around the $20 to $30 price range. So somewhere in between there you can get this depending on the options that you get, 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries. I'll talk about that here shortly. But looking at the helicopter, it appears to be well made and not a little shabby design at all. How it works is we have counter-rotating propellers on top here to counter the torque. So there's no main or tail rotor to use to counter the torque from the main rotor blades. But that's how it works, counter-rotating. But the way this pitches forward and back, it uses this little tail rotor that lifts the tail up, the tail boom up, to provide forward motion on the quadcopter or on the helicopter. And conversely, it can also tilt backwards to fly backwards if you wish. And if you want to bank right or left, it has these little propellers on the side. Okay, this is unusual. I haven't seen this either in previous reviews that I've done. But again, if you want to bank to the left, this propeller is going to provide more lift or more thrust and bank it to the left. And conversely, if you want to go to the right, this one's going to provide more thrust to push it to the right. So an interesting design all in all for this particular helicopter. Looking closely, you've got the battery bay here. One thing though, I do have some difficulty plugging in the battery plug in here from the battery bay, but it can be done. I'll show you how out in the field when I plug it in. Mentioning the batteries, it does come with 400 milliampere hour 1S battery. It's available in 4 options. You can get 4 batteries, 1, 2, 3, or 4. You specify before at purchase. And the idea being, these days most of the China companies have a hard time shipping individual LiPo batteries in international shipping. There's a lot of shipping restrictions, and the way they've been getting around it is they've been bundling. If you want extra batteries for the particular drone or helicopter or aircraft, you can specify at purchase and they will bundle them inside the package with the aircraft to get around those shipping restrictions. So if you're thinking that you might need more batteries, you want to buy them when you purchase the helicopter. Here's its charger, a little 3.7 volt LiPo charger, wall plug charger. Comes with a good instruction manual that does cover it relatively well, what each of the buttons do and how to get it into the air. You get a full set of propellers, main rotor blades. You get a spare set of these banking propellers, and you get one of these tail rotor lifting propeller, and a full set of screws for the main rotor blades, along with a screwdriver. Now let's go over the controller. This is what's important to know is this is not your normal Mode 2 controller. What we got here on the right side here, this is your pitch, as with Mode 2, but left and right is yaw. Okay, this is your yaw command. So, and this is your thrust, and this is your left-right banking command. So if you think about it, it's similar to a 3-channel aircraft where you got thrust, pitch, and yaw control, like on a 3-channel. So it's very similar to that. That's the way I'm going to fly this today. I'm going to think I'm flying a 3-channel aircraft, and that will help me transition into flying a helicopter, because I'm not really a helicopter pilot. I'm a drone pilot. Okay, so this is going to be somewhat different. Other buttons you got on this is your yaw control buttons for yaw trim. So if this thing tends to yaw right or left, you can adjust the trim by pressing these 2 buttons to counter it. It does have altitude hold. I did mention that. This has a barometer inside it to help maintain its altitude. And with that in mind, you get one key, takeoff and landing, by pressing that button here. And you can turn, it does have a real bright LED light on the belly. right there that you can turn on or off by pressing this button here. And that LED light too warns you when you're getting low battery. I believe it starts to flash. And finally, the on-off switch for the helicopter is right here. So that's it. Neat little basic helicopter at a good price. So let's take it out and see how it flies, though. That's what's important. So I hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and we are at one of my favorite flying fields with the JJRC JX02. Let's see how it flies, folks. I got the battery inserted into the belly bay, like I mentioned there. It goes there, and then you got to snake up that battery up to here, and then I'm going to plug it in all the way. It requires a little finesse to get it in there, but it's possible. So keep that in mind. It can be plugged in directly like that. And we're going to hit the on-off switch here, turning it on, and putting it on a flat level surface like that, and turning on the transmitter. Now I'm checking for that light to steady out, tell me that we have bind to the aircraft. We are ready to go. So again, remember, this is pitch, this is yaw, so like a 3-channel, this is throttle, and this is roll. So we should be good to go. Got a little bit of a breeze. We'll see how this flies in a breeze, but hitting the auto takeoff button. And do I have a higher rate? Not much higher rate, so we're going to have to fight this breeze like this. Now this again is mainly for indoor flying, obviously. And it's starting to fly backwards already. I don't have higher rate, it doesn't have a second rate that you can fly it. So it's going to pick up seems to be picking up, well, it's flying with the breeze. Trying to fight that. Now that back pusher prop that lifts it up doesn't seem to do much in terms of pitching it up. Let's see if I can fly sideways into the wind using these rollers. Nope. So we're going to bring it down. I'm going to land it because of the wind and hitting the landing button. So that'll stop it right there. And actually, the wind is cutting or going down over here. I think these trees are blocking some of that wind. So let me see if we can fly it over in this area here. We'll take off from here and see if I can move forward into those trees. So hold on. Oh, I'm starting to feel wind here. So good luck with this one. One key takeoff. And again, trying to push forward in that wind, and it just is not doing it. Now, this method that they're using to go forward, lifting that pusher prop up, that is not the best way to do it. Mainly because it's kind of hard to counter the effect of the torque of these propellers, main propellers. I got to bring it down again. Hold on, folks. And I swear there's only about 2 knots of wind. 1 to 2 mile per hour wind. So let's go back upwind again and try it. Binding. Waiting for it to bind. We're bound. Again, a little bit of a breeze, but let's see what it does. Yeah, I did not like that. But, well, there it is. I'm full forward pitch into the breeze. Now, this is something you want to fly around the house, mainly. And it does work around the house. Let's try that left and right. Left. Right, there's left bank. Right bank. That doesn't... Coming down. That works just about as well as that back pusher or lifter. Again, the concept seems sound, but in practice, it doesn't fly as you would expect it. It's not going to be a fast forward flyer. It's just not. But for hovering around the house and landing around, flying around your TV or a lamp indoors, yeah, this would work. Good thing the wind has died down completely right now. But even with that, this is still forward pitch. I haven't been needing to give it any yaw trim. The yaw seems to be good on it. Let's look over the stick and see what it does. And it starts to drift backward. And how far backwards is it going to go? That's continuing. So hold on, let me land it for a second here. See if I can get it on the pad. Okay, let's put it back on the pad. I got to turn it on again. Going on. On switch is on. And turning on the controller. Checking the light stops blinking. The light has stopped blinking and hitting 1 key takeoff. And right now it's hovering because there's no wind. It's flying well now. Let's try that going forward. See how that back pusher prop starts up when we push forward like that? That's what gives it its forward thrust. And you can only do this. If you do it non-stop like that, the gyros start to get a drift in it. You know, you got to do it momentarily like that. But it's working. Let's try the right bank. The right bank doesn't do much. How about the left bank? Left bank does it for a bit and then it stops out again. Okay, pushing forward. Let's see if we can go forward this way. Okay, full forward pitch. Just not doing it, folks. I better come down because it's going between there. Can I fly through there? Yeah, there we go. Can I bring it back through it again? I don't know about that. Trying. Okay, the other bank. Try to bring it back through there without hitting it. Did it. Done it. So, it's kind of working. Again, mainly an indoor flyer. But, try. Now these right-left bank propellers, I think they could have left that off of this because they don't seem to do much. Let me show you that again. Here, let's try full right bank. That's about it. Just about as much pitch as that back tail rotor gives it. And I'm going to bring it down again because it seems not to be doing much right now in terms of going forward because of the wind. And we'll go back upwind again. I think it's picking up what we call an accelerometer drift from being tilted in one direction, similar to what happens to quadcopters. And the way to get around that is to land for about 2 to 3 seconds. You know, toy quadcopters in the $20 class range like this will pick up that accelerometer drift. And the way to get around it is just leave it for about 5 seconds undisturbed, and it should be good to go again. That will recalibrate the accelerometers. So let's see it take off again. And pushing forward, yep. So it had picked up a wind drift. So you want to use this forward pitch sparingly to avoid that drifting. Trying to see how far up the field we can go by just giving it little bumps of that forward pitch. Okay, got a drift on it now. So, a helicopter on Quadcopter 101. I think my first helicopter. Interesting. Okay, left bank. And that's the flight time to expect. That's it, folks. That's how much flight time you get out of that 300 milliampere hour battery. So that's the JJRC JX02. Easy to fly, very simple to fly. Just really though, it's meant for indoor flying only. Outdoors, the slightest breeze, like today, there's hardly any breeze. It does have some difficulty. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.